Hi, I'm Kristen and I am applying for the volunteer position with Rancho Margot. I've now been working with Rancho Margot for all of a week, helping with the social media and starting to create the blog posts online. So I'm familiar with the place. I also count myself lucky in that I've been able to be at Rancho Margot 3 times now. In the summers I work with National Geographic Student Expeditions as a trip leader, so I take groups of high schoolers to Rancho Margot to finish our trips, and it's always been the perfect time for relaxation and reflection and being in nature and exploring nature. And that's one of the reasons why I want to actually dig into what the life is like in Rancho Margot. I live currently in Ecuador, in Cuenca, Ecuador. This is the house that I live in right behind me. And I've been able to learn a lot more about myself just being here, realizing that my mind, which loves to plan and create objectives and create lists, really feels balanced when I can be in nature and I can be working with nature and working with my hands and with animals like my cat. So I know that when I'm at Rancho Margot, I really want my focus to be on the development of programs, working with different groups that come, universities that come, working with the sustainable program so that I can learn about the day-to-day life at the ranch. I'll also be taking over the social media accounts, posting every day, creating sort of documentary videos about what life is like. And all of that goes in line with my own values, which are creativity, being outside, education, being kind to other people and to the world around us, and not taking things for granted. And in terms of adventures that I've been on in the world, I've been on many, big and small, but one that comes to mind that's related to Rancho Margot is when I was there with my students this past summer. I took the group of girls on a hike with the other volunteer, also named Kristen, and we thought that we were going to be hiking to El Castillo. We started at the Mirador and we start going down on what we think is a path that turns out not to be a path at all. Or it was a path, because there of course always are paths, but this path was not the path that we wanted to take. So we find ourselves walking through the forest. The girls were tired. We did not have quite enough water that we should have brought. We thought it was only going to be a 40-minute hike, but at the end of it, or I guess in the middle of it, we have such incredible bonding moments with one of the girls who hadn't really even been stepping up. She started chanting and singing, and her chant was, "We are travelers, not tourists." And the entire group of women, all 16, 17, 18 years old, they all start chanting, "We are travelers, not tourists. We are travelers, not tourists." And it was a perfect moment of exploring and digging into an experience and seeing that the adventure unfolds and trusting that it's all going to work out the way that it's supposed to. So I hope that with this information about me, you'll know a little bit more about who I am and what I hope to accomplish at Rancho Margot. I also do have a fairly fluent, or at least highly proficient, level of Spanish that can help with community work, so I plan on using that when I'm there as well. I look forward to learning more.